Hello and welcome my fab fans to Glenn's new video. I'll be getting ready as Junko Enoshima from Danganronpa. For her costume, I never wear sleeves, I've realized, and she has sleeves. They go to here, but none of my clothes reach that length and have the white collar effect. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do for that. But I am going to try my best to pair a bunch of pieces together to fit her aesthetic in my own way. My first step is I like to add tights, but black and white ones. I'm starting with white socks because I have rashes all over my legs and would like them to stay hidden. Yeah. My cat got fleas, apparently. It's not even my cat. This is why I don't let my dad's pets in my room, is because every single time I do, I end up with a flea problem, and then I end up getting extremely bad rashes all over my body, and it's all his fault for not properly making sure the cat does not have fleas. Also, when you want the tights to just be a sock around one leg, tie the top and then just twist it in. That way you get one to be whatever color you started with, and the other to be whatever one you wanted it to be. That way you can get a split design without having one singular pair of tights. Just get all the base colors in whatever texture you want. I usually go for really weird textures because I like it when there's design. But I also wear the tights as tops also. So I cut out the crotch of all my tights. It also prevents them from smelling bad if you have any aerial problems. Because I know some women, if they laugh too hard, they pee themselves. You can still be fashionable even if you have issues. I'm giving this advice specifically for one of my friends, because she did pee herself once, and I feel really bad. Not gonna name her. But also, women who have gone through pregnancy also deal with that. I feel bad for mothers. So I actually had two pairs of these types of leg warmers, one black, one white, beige-ish. I can't find my black ones for some reason. But they're leg warmers. I'm only using one white one. And one black one. I'm gonna try to find my other leg warmer. It's probably in my drawer on a layer that I did not check. Let's be real here. I am not that thorough when I look through my drawers. Because there's just a lot of stuff, okay? I mean, I have over 78 costumes. I'm bound to lose a few pieces. Just to the miscellaneous of my items. Me giving it one more look through to see if I can find the exact same texture, because I know I bought them from the same bag, so they should be the same feel. I found them. I knew I could feel them out. Legit, like actually feel them out. Because I know them by texture. That's it. I like using them for, like, arm sleeves because leg warmers can double as arm warmers. And, like, they're long enough for my arms. So in the winter, I can wear them. I hope that makes sense in a way. I'm not the most normal person, but, like, I try. Also, I use just a regular skirt for her. She technically wears a red skirt. I don't have a red skirt that's this short, I'm pretty sure. Actually, I think I have one. Wait a minute. Wait a damn minute. I think that was one of the most recent skirts I got, too. It goes with one of my kimono pieces. It's not a kimono. I shouldn't call it that. It's definitely the wrong word. But I don't remember the right word. I have too many things. The thing is about my costume collection is I'm fully okay with sharing items. So I honestly hoped that if I would ever get a girlfriend, she'd be like the same size as me so that I could share all my stuff with her. That way we would only have to buy one item and just both be able to wear it. And then modify it with corsets and underlayers or skirts. But being your own type is a little annoying in some ways. This is the only red skirt fan. It has like frilly white at the bottom, but I think I can make it work. With like a little petticoat. Yeah. This part immediately got stuck in my tights. My phone looked like it just glitched out. I'm going to pull it up more because I want it to look really insanely short. Because mini skirts are all the rage in anime for some reason. Though I am gonna add a petticoat under it because I like giving more oomph. Gives it just a little bit more oomph. Much. Honestly, I wish there was more layers to the petticoat that I have. It is not that good. Also, I only own one button-up shirt, and it is for a very particular costume. But since they sewed on a piece to it, it's not like I can really take this off, but I can hide it. Do a real junko look. Am I adding a button-up shirt? Yeah, just to add a corset over it? Also, yeah. I think I buttoned it too high. Was I, of course, gonna add a corset to this look? 100%. I actually technically have two corsets now that I can use for her. But this one is by far my favorite because, like, look how pretty that detail is. Technically, I should use my other corset, but I purposely tied the strings and set them up so that they were pull at the middle, because middle pull strings so much easier to pull up than anything else. If you can't pull them like tight at the middle, they're not going to tighten as evenly, and it's going to be a lot looser at the top than it is at the bottom. I know that's optimal for some people, but for me, I like it when my corsets are extremely tight. Like, tight where you're struggling to breathe. You have to loosen your corset like all the way before you put it on. Otherwise, it's a pain in the ass to zip up. The looser it is when you put it on, the better. I should move this up as much as I can just to make it easier to fit underneath the corset. I've already gotten this corset snagged on a few fabrics, so am I gonna struggle with it again? Hell yeah. It's the life of being curvy in any way, shape, or form. If you have any sediment of curves, like tits, consider a corset a very difficult situation. Especially if you don't loosen it enough. Do I tight lace my corset? Maybe. I don't know. I just pull it until it stops pulling. Some might consider that tight lacing. Don't tight lace your corsets if you care about your lungs. I've had a person question, oh my god, you wear a corset while having asthma? I could never. And I'm just like, I couldn't breathe to begin with. That doesn't change if I add a corset. It's the same situation. Corset or not, I still can't breathe. That went down my tit. Ugh, nasty. So I actually have black and white mini gloves. They came in a set of rainbow ones. And for the sake of fabulousness, I feel like it's just necessary. Also, I hope you know that wearing a corset actually relieves a lot of pain for me because I have back pain and an injury that from an injury that I sustained. I think it's been a while now. It's been a long time since I got that injury, but that doesn't mean that I'm not healed mostly. I'm technically still injured from that car accident because I still have to go to doctors for it. Wearing a corset actually makes my back hurt less, and I can feel less of the throbbing from muscle spasms and my nerve endings just feeling like they're getting stabbed. If you've ever been in a serious injury, 10 out of 10. If you have back issues, wear corsets. Instead of bras, wearing corsets, not only does it give you back support, you can still bend over, do shit, and work if you got a good corset. And it gives you boob support. I still wear a bra even though I'm wearing a corset, but that's because I wear an outfit before I start filming, not because I would actually wear a bra normally if I was wearing a corset. Usually I don't wear anything under the corset. It is the bra itself. But for YouTube purposes, I would rather be covered fully, head to toe, while filming. Because perverts. So stylish. No. I will add earrings, though. I love wearing earrings. Flamboyant as is. Was I wearing eyeliner earlier? Kinda. I went to work with like a waterproof eyeliner and now it's gone. Also, there's two ways to repel fleas naturally on the human body. If you personally have an allergy to fleas and can get itchy rashes, tea tree oil and peppermint oil. Slather it on your body. In dilution with lotion for the average person if you have sensitive skin. But you can put it just straight on your skin if you have, like, no sensitivity to it. I have high immunity to poisons, so yay. Because, yes, tea tree oil can actually cause you to get rashes if you're not used to it. It can actually burn your skin if put directly on it if you don't have immunity to it, because it is poisonous. And technically they're poisonous to pets. So, like, if your pet likes to lick you a lot, I wouldn't recommend the certain bug repellents that are natural, as they can be harmful to animals also. I use natural bug repellents because, well, it's not like I have an animal in my room. Usually I'm the only one in my room, so I only have to worry about myself. The kitty lives in the basement with my dad. Also, when I say the basement, everyone gets so confused, and I find it really funny, but it's because technically the way I enter the house, where I am is the first floor, but there is a door from the outside to the basement where you can just walk straight in, because I live halfway in a cliff. If you know what kind of house you're thinking of, then yes. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you need to look at more like more infrastructure. I chose a snake because Junko pretends to be other people sometimes, and she's constantly hid behind Monokuma. I still don't have mini Monokuma bears. I can make some. That's my next discourage. Next time I crochet something, it will be Monokuma bears for my hair. But for now, I'm just going to use butterfly clips like I was using before. I did get a new wig, though. I actually hope it's as exciting as I think it will be. Because it looks really cute, but I've never tried it on. So it will be my first try of the wig. If not, I'll go back to my old wig. But if it's cute, well, then I have a new wig. I hope you know, I used like parts from a bunch of different other costumes in order to put this together. And it's so fabulous. Slay, Junko. Slay. She really is a fashionista. I'm gonna take the wig with me to the bathroom while I do makeup. Did I choose to put on the costume first? 100% always do. Because, in case I have to put anything over my face. Because I can never remember what I need to do to put on a costume. So when I smile, there's like a little crease line to where my eyeballs just go. And that's where I'm putting the white eyeliner. I'll shape it up, but yes, this is where I'm going to put everything. Make things towards the contours of your own face. You learn from the best if you try hard enough to learn it all. So I finished watching Apothecary Diaries. I'm very disappointed with how it ended. Like, he doesn't confess his love to her. Tisk tisk. Took them that long. It's such a slow burn, and they still have not, like, even kissed. Though Apothecary Diaries says it's like for 14-year-olds. But like it has messages of oops. It does have some really serious topics in it. Like, yeah, like this old emperor was a pedophile and nobody likes him. And I'm just like, well, that sounds about right for the time period. There were a few pedophiles that were in government positions that just took advantage of the fact that they had access to whatever they wanted. And they could have whoever they wanted. Though they usually got overthrown very quickly if the general government did not agree with the age. But usually once you had your first menstrual cycle, you were considered an adult in some cultures. And women were genuinely sold as cattle in a lot of different cultures for a very long time. I can't think of any that did not sell women as cattle off the top of my head. Because usually women were sold as cattle, basically. I think slaves were less than human. Women were almost there too. Well, kind of on par. Some slaves are treated worse, though. Some women actually had the chance to be involved in government. While slaves never had the chance to outgrow their roots. They could buy their freedom, though. In some cultures. I have to say some because I don't know which ones. I will let you know I did fail history. Mainly because I knew some things that happened, but not the specifics behind them. Like recently I submitted a paper for statistics and she gave me a 0 despite me answering all of the questions that were listed. Like, how did I answer them wrong? Did I not explain it well enough? Probably. But I did answer exactly what it told me to answer. I went down the list, I read what the questions were, I answered the questions, I looked at the rubric, double-checked my paper 3 different ways, and I still got a 0. So I think I'm gonna fail statistics, and I'm not very confident that I'm gonna do well. I'm good at math. I'm not good at predicting mathematical outcomes or explaining how to predict things. I'm bad at explaining things. But I guess I get that from my dad, because he's bad at explaining things too. Well, now I gotta do it on the other side. You don't give me a loyalty. Someone taking the world you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. Calling me royalty. Just to give me a loyalty. Someone taking you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty. Also, Mao Mao casually feeling up the man while in a cave is the funniest scene in the show. Apothecary Diaries. And she calls it a frog. And then she calls him average sized when he's not. Though he basically threatens to sleep with her. But he's like a crown prince, so it's not like it's the worst person that could. Though he goes from being crown prince to not being crown prince. Just be glad he's not a eunuch. Because they don't have ticks. I think the funniest part about me making dick jokes is I have no attraction to them. Though I do love watching men fall in love with each other. So I make a lot of gay jokes. I recently had the person though comment on a bunch of my Instagram posts. One, I almost never check my Instagram. I do post on it occasionally, but only art. but there's no quick way to read the comments, so I usually just ignore my Instagram. I'm not gonna lie. But I decided to check the Instagram because I like scrolling through shorts on Instagram because they're kind of funny. Like if I go to Facebook if I'm looking for inappropriate things, because for some reason I get recommended a bunch of inappropriate jokes, but on Instagram they're family friendly jokes, but they're still fucking funny. So that's because I follow a bunch of meme pages, though half the meme pages that I follow also happen to be prostitutes. I did not know when I followed them. I did unfollow a lot of them after finding out that they were prostitutes, because I'm like, don't compare me to them. Don't assume I have anything to do with them. I followed them because their page was funny, and they followed me first. Why am I recommended so many? And I found out it's because of my brother, so thanks, bro. Why are you following so many women? You have girl. Men. Though they're not together anymore. He ruined that on his own. I would say I would go with a lighter color for my eyebrows for Junko, since she is a blonde, but I think dark eyebrows just look better on me. I have one brush that I use for my brows. There it is. Mainly just need it to look good on camera. Now, fun and interesting lip color for her, because why not? Oh, I didn't add my concealer. That's the name of what I need. Nothing fell. I think the funnier part is she got locked in a room for privacy with the guy who has a crush on her, and he still couldn't manage to kiss her. He had the time. He should have just went for it a lot sooner. It's not like she would have stopped him. The mama saying she was gonna become a courtesan at one point is the funniest part, because he's just like, and the amount of times she says euphemisms without knowing she's saying euphemisms is the best thing, because everyone else knows them as euphemisms, and she's just like, I didn't do anything. Her asking straight up, why doesn't my chastity matter? Because she doesn't see herself as that important. Let the lipstick dry so I can have the gloss on top. This also is meant to be a 24-hour wear lipstick. I usually take it off after an hour. It is hell to get off, but it comes off. Maybe I should do a test to see actually how long it can last with my eating habits. But I don't like the idea of eating lipstick, so that's why I usually take it off so soon. I have a few cuts still on my arm. I was right, they are hair clips. So the base is just basically a regular blonde wig, which I am going to ponytail to the side because Junko does not have hair down her back. She has two pigtails. But I can pigtail at the bottom, which honestly will make the pigtails look longer, so worth it. I mean, Junko does have bangs, but like... they need a bit more structure than that. Which is like, more than just a flattening arm, honestly. Get out of the house. The best way to get bangs to bang properly is a brush and a straightening iron. Also, this is actually a nice shade of blonde on me. Usually I hate how blonde looks on me, but this shade isn't so bad. Usually blondes look really precarious and kind of awful on me. So, this blonde actually kind of working is nice, but it's probably only because of the black brows and probably the hairstyle. I get some hair elastics. Me grabbing my notebook. Which way do our banks point again? I feel like a hipster who's never had to deal with this before. Need hairspray. This can of hairspray is almost done. I got an idea to make this blend better. Also, a lot of the girls in the show hating a character just because he has the same face as their rapist is kind of valid in some ways. Like, don't hate random people just because they look like someone, but I also know that you would hate someone if they attacked you too. And so anyone who even remotely looks like your attacker would trigger any ounce of those memories. So that's just valid. But you see that curly? When I said this wig was cute, I meant it. I was aware of how cute this wig was. Now I'm gonna add 2 little hairpins in front to finish it off. Since I don't have teddy bears, I'm gonna use butterflies. Diva alert! Now let me show you off the final look. Wait, I got an element that could make this so much cuter. I got a new pair of boots, and they're super duper cute. You know exactly what I'm thinking. Or better angles. I have to make sure it's the right foot. Do you also have to double check your shoes to make sure you're putting them on the right foot? One of my lights is flickering. Junko. Got your major diva. Anyway, peace, love. Have a good night, my fab fam. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.